Okay, pleased to say I'm joined on set again by Mustafa Jana, Assistant Professor of Iranian Studies at the Middle East Institute of Saqqari University. Welcome back to you, Mustafa. When we were talking earlier, we were discussing how control of power in Iran has become more spread out, sort of diversified. So it got me thinking, sometimes leadership in wartime isn't always good leadership during peacetime. So if a peace deal is agreed, what do you think will happen next? Will it be the same people who will maintain the power, or will there become an internal power struggle?
I think it will be, contested, because some groups, we know that their critical position towards the government, they are being silent during this wartime. I think this is deliberately because they don't want to make any noise, because if they do, they can be criticized as some kind of, treason. So they are being silent, but that doesn't mean that after this war, they will, keep their mouth shut. They will be speaking about some issues, maybe economy, maybe the succession issue. Other issues, particularly, it could be about the administration of the country during wartime. Some decisions could be questioned by these groups. For example, reformists, we don't hear much from them, but we know that they are critical on many issues, but they don't, make any sound. So I expect tense clashes on substantial issues, Iran's foreign policy, Iran's domestic, political situation. You remember before this war, there were, serious demonstrations on the street demonstrations, public unrest, and these demonstrations faced very harsh crackdown. So. And the state and society bond was questioned then. Of course, during wartime, there was no street demonstration because of the reason that I just mentioned. But after the war, I think probably because of the economic situation is really bad and state-society bond is really questionable. So we may hear some critical voices after the war ends.
Do you think that the powers in control in Iran might be more vulnerable to those protests after the war than they were before it? I mean, is it possible that Donald Trump could actually get what he called for just later than he wanted it?
It may be quite the opposite, because we know that the general political atmosphere in Iran became very tense, harsh, and this is a general political atmosphere because they lost many important figures. They got attacked by an external power, actually two powers. So this, I think, motivated their nationalistic, patriotic sentiments. So that's why they rallied around the flag, and they, got this really, harsh posture against external powers, enemies. So this is quite a suitable environment to, suppress critics and opposition. So I think the opposition will make some noise, but we know that the central government, the power, since it's, been concentrated in the hands of some, commanders, a handful of elites, then they can use the tools to suppress these oppositional voices after the war ends, because I think they got more powerful compared to their pre-war status.
So in hindsight, is it possible that actually that Israel and America's actions may have set back the Iranian public protest movement?
Yeah, because I think they handed a gift to Iranian establishment. So they proved that they can, sustain, even though they got fired from, two of the most powerful armies. So they managed to, stand. They managed to, withstand with these powerful attacks. So they showed something. They showed some kind of resilience, and it is also this, participation is the currency of system's legitimacy. So when the system, when the regime puts millions of people in the streets, it is actually fortifying its own legitimacy. So when decapitation strikes, killed Khamenei, Larijani, and many important figures, it actually handed a gift to the Iranian establishment. Now they have this martyrdom narrative to fuel patriotic, fuel nationalistic sentiments of the people. So they have many tools to enhance state-society bond in Iran. So I think that's where the United States and Israel miscalculated.
We've heard an Iranian military brigadier general saying just today that they're using this time now to rearm, to reinforce their military, and that anyone who underestimates them will do so at their peril. Yeah. Given that part of the Memorandum of Understanding would allow huge amounts of money to return to Iran, and also frozen assets to be released, a lot of potentially money coming to the Iranian leaders to use as they wish. Do you think that actually, coupled with the way that things have turned out in the war, Iran might end up being stronger militarily, geopolitically, if they reinforce their military with all the assets coming their way, that they might have a stronger control over the public? Could this actually work out to create a stronger Iran in many ways?
Actually, it's a great question, and this is the subject that concerns Gulf countries. I mean, the money will flow to Iran, and there is no legal mechanism to control this money. How Iran is going to spend this money? I mean, they can spend this money in fortifying their proxy network, revitalizing their army, ballistic missile program, etc., etc. So that's why Gulf countries, that's why this at least $300 billion of fund is up to Gulf countries' approval. So they want to manage the process, they want to supervise the process. But lifting sanctions and unfreezing these assets, there is no way that you can control this money. So that's why Gulf countries are concerned, and that's why the critics of Trump and J.D. Vance in the United States, they are accusing them of gifting this money to Iran, so Iran will be rearmed, and they're going to attack U.S. soldiers again. So this is their position.
Mustafa, as always, fascinating analysis. Thanjust so much for coming to join me.
Thank you,
Mustafa
Neil, for having
Jana,
me.
Assistant Professor of Iranian Studies at the Middle East Institute of Sakarya University. We just mentioned